Gopi Janavara Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Timarandasya Yanjana Shalakaya Chaturmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Devascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today we're going to speak about the problem with the mode of passion.
今天我们的主题是激情属性的问题症结。
Material nature is described to us in the Bhagavad Gita as being of 3 different divisions.
国家梵歌描述说，物质自然有3个形态。
We have the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance.
有善良形态、激情形态和愚昧形态。
Just like there are 3 colors, red, blue, and yellow.
就好像有3原色，有红、黄、蓝。
So from these 3 colors you can mix all the other colors.
就从这3原色呢，可以混杂出所有其他的颜色。
In the same way, from the 3 modes of nature, we mix 8,400,000 different species of life.
所以同样的，就是这3属性呢，就构成了840万种生命。
Everything is a combination of the different modes of nature.
一切的万事万物都是由物质自然3形态混合出来的。
And the interesting thing is that the mode of passion is very popular with people today.
但问题就在于，当代的人们呢，就是盛行的就是激情属性。
If you just walk around the corner into Modi Road, I think it was Modi Road, there's a big sign. It says, "Live Italian, live passion."
Italian，
Italy.
就是如果我们从Modi路就是过去，然后拐个弯儿，那就有个大牌子，那就叫就过意大利人的生活，过激情的生活。
People think passion is enjoyment.
人们认为激情就是享乐。
I saw the one restaurant, they had written on big letters on the window of the restaurant, they said, "Come and taste the passion."
就是有一个饭馆那上面就是打这个大标语说，来吧，来品尝激情吧。
And then when they advertise the latest car, the latest model, the latest car they brought out, they'll put, "Feel the passion."
如果他们就推出一款新车，然后他们那个广告呢，就是说，就这个车充满着激情。
So that people are thinking passion is the goal. This is happiness.
人们认为激情就是目标，激情就是快乐。
The people don't understand the nature of the mode of passion.
但是他们不明白激情属性的本质。
The mode of passion is something which is temporary, has a beginning and an end.
激情的本质就是它是有始有终的。
In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells us that sense gratification is
我们感官满足就是痛苦。
Yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate adi antavanta kontiya nateshu ramate buddha. Lord Krishna is saying, intelligent people do not take part in the sources of misery, which is due to the contact of the material senses.
国家梵歌当中，主Krishna说，有智者的人，他们不会从这种有始有终的感官与感官对象的接触当中取得的快乐，不会从中而取乐。
Such pleasures have a beginning and an end.
这样的快乐是有始有终的。
A wise person will not delight in these things.
一位智者不会在这些事情上感到快乐。
We don't want temporary happiness, we want eternal happiness.
我们要的不是短暂快乐，我们要的是永恒的快乐。
We're all looking for the ultimate happiness, which is eternal.
我们寻找的是终极的永恒的快乐。
But we're trying to find it through the mode of passion. We're thinking passion is enjoyment.
但是我们在透过激情属性来寻求快乐，觉得激情属性就是快乐。
We want to enjoy. We're thinking enjoyment comes from the senses.
我们想享乐，我们觉得享乐是来自从感官这上面来的。
And of course, number one enjoyer, the tongue. The tongue likes to taste something.
所以头等的享乐是来自舌头，舌头就想要去品尝。
It should be very strong tasting. So people eat all kinds of things. They eat all kinds of different animal foods and seafood. And they will take very pungent and smelly things like onion and garlic.
所以这个味道一定要浓烈，所以就要有血腥味儿，就要有腥味儿、鱼腥味儿，还要有那洋葱、大蒜，就这些味道特别浓厚的。
They're thinking this is enjoyment.
他们觉得这才够意思。
Yeah, the pleasure is simply there in the taste.
但是这种快乐只是在这个滋味当中。
But there's no real benefit from that.
但这中间有什么好处呢？
It's just some temporary sensation, some temporary feeling which comes to the tongue.
这是一种短暂的一种快感，是来自于舌头的一种满足的快感。
And people eat. They will eat just simply for that, for the pleasure of the tongue.
他们就是为了满足这个味蕾在那里吃。
And when it comes to the eyes, then the eyes also want to enjoy.
视觉，眼睛也想享受。
So people come to places like Hong Kong, and they go to movies, and they will watch cinemas.
所以人们就来到大香港来去看电影儿。
They like to watch movies. They like to see action. This is pleasing to the eyes.
他们想看那港剧，想看香港的电影，他们觉得特别好看。
And then sounds are a big thing. We know the music industry is a very big business in the world today.
接着是声音，我们都知道呢，就是音乐行业呢是当今特别的赚钱。
And there's all different kinds of music for all different kinds of people.
就有各种各样的流行音乐，各式各样的流行音乐。
Some people like classical music.
有人喜欢古典音乐，
And some people like country music.
有的人喜欢乡村音乐，
And some people like the what do we call it, rock or
有人喜欢摇滚音乐。
so there's all different Thai, Gorni Thai. So there are all different kinds of music to satisfy the taste buds of different people.
对吧？所以就有不同类型的音乐，满足不同的人的口味品味。
There's music to put you to sleep, and there's music to wake you up.
还有催眠的音乐，还有让人醒来的音乐。
And there's a lot of passionate music as well, passion music, which will make you feel very active.
还有特别激情的音乐，让人感到就是让人是充满着活力、动感四射的音乐。
So people are very much attracted to this action. They want life. They think this is enjoyment.
人们呢就喜欢，就是特别活跃、特别的动感的，他们觉得这就是生命。
But they don't understand that certain actions are going to bring reactions.
他们不明白的是，有一些活动会带来反应。
From the Bhagavad Gita, we learn that there's karma, there is vikarma, and there is akarma. There are 3 different levels of action.
佛家梵歌中说到，有三种层面的活动 ：karma、vikarma 和 akarma。
So karmic activities are acts which are performed according to the Vedic regulation.
果报活动叫果报活动呢，是根据伟达的训示而从事的活动。
People will do activities which are, for example, karmic activity is going to temple, performing some yajna, some sacrifice.
这功利性活动之一呢，就是去庙里去举行一些祭祀。
And then some people will read also some scripture.
还有人会读经典。
Just like yesterday, we had also Ekadasi. So some people may observe Ekadasi simply for some material benefit.
昨天是 Ekadasi， 有的人呢是出于想要获得一些好处来遵守 Ekadasi。
And some people will also chant Hare Krishna just for some material benefit.
有的人呢唱诵 Hare Krishna 是为了获得物质的好处。
So that is karmic activity.
这就叫做功利性活动。
They simply want to get some result for their own material benefit.
他们就想要为自己的好处得到一些物质的好处。
And then there is vikarmic activities. This means acts which are against the scriptures.
还有 vikarm， 就是违背伟达训谕的活动。
If you do things like take intoxication or gamble and illicit connection with the other sex and eating animal flesh, these are all vikarmic activities.
就包括酗酒，服麻醉品和异性有非法的关系和肉食，都属于违训业报。
And when you engage in these activities, then we suffer, we get heavy reactions upon us.
谁从事这些活动，必将会受到招致业报反应。
So if you perform karmic activities, you get benefit, you get good results.
如果从事的是就是功利性业报，那就会得到善果，就是遵守伟达训谕的业报会得到善果。
But if you perform sinful activities, then you'll suffer, you'll get punishments.
倘若从事的恶报的话，就会有恶业，会受到惩罚。
And then there's another kind of action which is called akarma, which means there's no reactions.
第三类呢，就叫阿卡玛，阿卡玛就是没有任何的业报的活动。
So karmic activities, whether they're according to the scriptures or against the scripture, they will keep you in the material world.
所以守训业报就是无论是做得好的活动还是不好的活动，都让人留在物质世界。
But akarmic activities can take you out of the material world.
但是阿卡玛这类的活动呢，让人摆脱物质世界。
So akarmic activities to do activities in the mood of devotion.
所以阿卡玛的活动呢，是让人在奉爱的情怀当中从事的活动。
Particularly important is to hear and to chant.
首当其冲的是聆听、唱诵。
So some people, they may be hearing and chanting, but they may be doing it for material benefit.
有些人呢，他们表面上也在聆听、唱诵，但是为了物质的好处。
But one who is doing bhakti yoga, they will be doing hearing and chanting simply for the pleasure of Krishna.
但是一位在从事着 Bhakti Yoga 奉爱瑜伽的呢，他只是为了 Krishna 的快乐而去做的。
That they want to engage themselves in the service of Krishna.
他们想要为 Krishna 做服务。
So that brings no reactions. No reactions means all the karma is taken away.
这就意味着没有任何的报应，因为一切的报应都被拿走了。
We just simply take shelter of Krishna.
一个人他只是托庇于 Krishna。
So if you come to that platform of akarma, that is the desirable position for a devotee.
倘若一个人从事的是 akarma 的活动，那是一个奉献者想要达到的地位。
But we're all born on this earth planet, and this earth planet is situated in the middle of the universe.
我们都在这个地球诞生在地球上，这个地球呢处在宇宙的中等区域。
There are 14 different levels of planets in this universe.
在这个宇宙呢有14个星系。
And the Earth is number 7 from the top.
地球呢是从上开始数，是第7个。
So it's in the middle.
地球就是在中等区域。
The planets in the upper portion of the universe, they're in the mode of goodness, and the planets in the bottom are in the mode of ignorance.
在地球上面的星系是在善良形态当中的星系，在地球下面呢是处于愚昧形态的。
So we're in the mode of passion.
我们就在激情属性当中。
Right in the middle of the universe. It's a passionate situation in the universe.
我们就在宇宙的中间，就是正好是在激情属性当中。
And then again, we have life. We're living in cities. Most of us are living in a city, which is also a place of passion.
我们大多数人呢都是在都市的生活当中，而都市生活就是激情属性的生活。
You live in the countryside, it's a mode of goodness.
但乡村的生活是善良属性的生活。
And you live in the bar or the casino, that's a mode of ignorance.
如果是在酒吧或者 casino 这样地方是
赌场。
在酒吧和赌场是愚昧属性的。
So we're living in the city. There's a lot of passion here.
我们住在城市，那城市呢就充斥着激情属性。
We just have to walk out the door any morning about 9 o'clock in the morning when everyone's going to work, and you can feel the passion.
如果我们9点钟走出门，你一下就置身于激情属性了。
People rushing everywhere, got to go, get to work.
人们就是匆匆的来去匆匆，就忙着上班。
So the mode of passion, from the mode of passion, we're meant to elevate ourselves to the mode of goodness.
我们理应该是把自己从激情属性提升到善良属性。
Passion degrades us.
激情呢会让我们堕落。
And if from the mode of passion, if we fall into the mode of ignorance, then it's very inauspicious, very unfortunate.
倘若谁要是从激情属性堕落到愚昧属性，就是非常不吉祥的了。
But if we can elevate ourselves from the mode of passion to the mode of goodness, then that will benefit us.
但是如果我们从激情能将自己提升到善良，那对我们就有好处了。
Once we're established in the mode of goodness, then it becomes easier to transcend the material energy.
一旦我们置身于善良属性，那要达到超然呢就容易了。
But if we fall into the mode of ignorance, then it's a long way up to get to the transcendental level.
一旦我们要是堕落到愚昧属性呢，那要达到超然层面，那就遥远了，路程遥远。
Devotional service begins on the transcendental platform.
奉爱服务是从超然的层面开始的。
We have to realize we're not the body.
我们要觉悟到，我们不是躯体。
People are very much in the bodily consciousness of life. And in the body consciousness of life, they're very much passionate.
人们非常的沉溺于躯体化的生命概念，于是呢，他们就是卷入到激情。
They're very strong desires to satisfy their senses.
他们有强烈的满足感官的欲望。
So the mode of passion incites people, people are become very active, their desires become very strong.
激情属性呢，使一个人变得特别的活跃，从而他们的欲望也非常强烈。
And we see how people are fond of passionate food, and they dress also in a passionate way, and they drive their cars in a passionate manner.
我们发现呢，人们呢，就是激情属性的人们，他们的穿着也是非常激情属性的，他们开车也是非常的激情。
So the mode of passion is people are thinking this is exciting, this is enjoyment.
就是在激情属性的人就觉得非常刺激，非常的享受。
But when the car crashes, because they're driving so passionately, when they crash and hits, then they don't feel so happy anymore.
但是如果他们特别刺激的去开车，一旦这出了车祸撞了车了，他们就不再觉得快乐了。
And similarly, people who eat a lot of passionate food, very hot, spicy food, they suffer a lot of intestinal problems.
同样的，如果特别喜欢吃刺激性的食物，那么一旦他们就容易得就是肠胃病。
They get gastric problems. They're not able to properly digest the food.
因为他们这样呢，就消化就会出问题，他们就会产生很多气体。
And people who dress passionately, then they will attract other passionate people.
那么穿着呢，特别情欲形态的呢，他们就会吸引情欲形态的人。
A young lady was walking in the street just outside yesterday. I saw her she had bright red hair.
昨天呢，马尔在大街上看见一个年轻的女子，她是一头火红的亮发。
So, and then, she had things sticking off of. She had things stuck into her body, hanging from different parts of her face. She had some decorations, some ornaments hanging off the ear, and then the lip. Also, something was hanging off the lip.
然后这个女子呢，还把那个亮亮的饰片呢，就挂在她的眼皮上，还有嘴唇上面。
Very passionate way of presenting yourself and dressing.
她就是这样，就是把自己呈现给人的一副特别的，就是激情的样子。
So you can understand a person's nature by how they're dressed, by the type of clothing which they wear.
所以我们通过一个人的穿着打扮，就可以知道他是属于什么形态当中。
We can understand more about a person's nature by when you see them get behind the wheel when they start driving the car.
当一个人他把自己搁在那个方向盘后面开车，我们就知道他什么属性。
People reveal their passionate nature by their behavior.
人们通过他们激情的行为举止，就暴露了他们的激情属性。
But the mode of passion often allows people to fall down to the mode of ignorance.
然而，就是这个激情属性呢，就使得一个人他允许自己堕落到愚昧属性。
Because of their passionate nature, they will eat passionate food and then they will want to drink
因为他们的激情属性，他们就想吃激情的食物，之后他们就想喝点小酒。
They want to take alcohol. They want to burn all their intestines up.
他们想要喝酒，他们想用酒精来灼烧他们的这个肠胃。
And it's very common for people to drink a lot of alcohol after they eat meat.
当谁要是吃完那个肉之后呢，他就很渴望再喝一些酒。
So from the mode of passion, they go deeper into the ignorance.
从激情属性，这样的人就会深深的陷入到愚昧属性了。
And we see also the natural example of passion is the attraction between men and women.
我们在男女之间异性的吸引上，也可以看瞥见激情的属性。
That there can be a lot of passion in the relationship between the young man and the young woman.
年轻的男女、年轻的异性之间呢，他们之间就有着非常强烈的激情的吸引。
And in the beginning, they're thinking they're enjoying, they're happy in each other's company.
一开始呢，他们以为这就是享受，他们彼此陪伴就很快愉悦。
But after a short time, then somehow the relationship changes and they start to argue with each other.
逐渐的呢，他们的关系就改变了，彼此开始发生争吵。
And they fight with each other, and a lot of passion is aroused.
之后呢，他们还会动手脚，他们就非常的激情、强烈的情感。
And then they can end up hating each other.
最后，他们彼此就憎恨对方。
In the beginning, they were thinking they're in love.
一开始呢，他们还以为自己在恋爱，
But they end up hating each other.
结果最终呢，他们却彼此的憎恶。
And so we see how passion works. That passion can give us so much trouble.
所以我们可以看出激情属性是怎么运作的，给我们带来什么样的麻烦。
Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, you see Arjuna asking a question to Lord Krishna that why do we do sinful activities, even unwilling, as if engaged by force?
在《博伽梵歌》当中，Arjuna就问主 Krishna 说：“一个人即便是不想行恶，但却身不由己，是什么促使他这么做呢？”
And so Lord Krishna gave the reply that it is lust only, O Arjuna, which is born of contact of the mode of passion.
Krishna 回答说：“Arjuna 呀，只是由于色欲，色欲是因为与激情形态的接触而产生的。”
So the lust comes from the mode of passion.
色欲就是来源于激情。
And that lust is later transformed into wrath or anger.
这种色欲随后又转化为愤怒。
So lust is the initial stage. The lust is that desire to enjoy.
所以色欲是最初的阶段，就是源于享乐的愿望。
And it comes from this mode of passion. Passion causes this lust, this agitation of the mind and senses to enjoy.
它就源于这个色欲，源于想要享乐的愿望。
And the nature of that lust is then described in the Bhagavad Gita.
博伽梵歌描述了这种色欲的本质。
Lord Krishna said, this lust burns like fire and is never satisfied.
Krishna 描述说，色欲如烈火般熊熊燃烧，永无厌足。
Just like if you're having a fire, you're building a fire. So if you put more fuel onto the fire will not go out. The fire will increase.
就好像呢，我们在点一堆火，倘若火上浇油的话，那这个火焰永远不会熄灭，它反而会越燃烧越演越烈。
If you want to put the fire out, you have to put water onto the fire.
倘若要熄灭熊熊烈焰呢，就要把那个水浇在火焰上。
So some people are often in ignorance that they think that if they will satisfy their desires, then that will be the end of it. They won't desire anymore.
有些人愚昧的以为，他们要想熄灭自己的愿望呢，就首先去满足它。
But it doesn't work like that. Rather, the more you try to enjoy, the more sense gratification you have, the more you want.
但是它却不是这样行事的。一个人越是去满足感官，那感官的愿望也越强烈。
Just like sometimes when you're eating, you want to eat more, and then you enjoy it, and you want to eat more.
就好像当人吃东西的时候呢，他吃的越多，结果他的胃口还越来胃口大开。
Or similarly, when you sleep, you have a good sleep, you want to sleep more.
同样，当一个人睡觉的时候，他越睡越想睡。
So the nature of the senses, because of the lust, they're never satisfied.
感官的本质就是由于色欲，它是永无厌足的。
And the covering of lust which is there is described in the Bhagavad Gita in different ways.
博伽梵歌描述色欲的这种覆盖，它是有不同的层面。
Lord Krishna describes, he said, just like dust covers a mirror.
Krishna 形容说，就如镜封尘土，尘土封镜。
So that's the most subtle form of lust.
这是最精微的色欲。
You have dust on the mirror. You can clean off the dust and you can see the actual reflection in the mirror.
如果镜子上面有覆盖着尘土，只需要把它试镜，就可以看清楚镜里的影像。
So human life is like that. The covering of lust is like the dust on the mirror.
人体生命就好像是尘土封镜。
Then another example is given, just like smoke covers a fire.
第二种呢是浓烟蔽火。
Smoke covering a fire in the beginning, when you're making a fire, you get smoke. You won't get much heat. You won't get many flames. You'll get smoke.
在点火的之初呢，一个人他一开始呢，火焰并不强烈，热度也不强烈，反而是浓烟冒出来。
So the degree of covering of lust is slight. Once the fire comes to the flames, then there'll be no more smoke.
这时候的色欲激情的属性还不那么强烈，当它燃烧之后呢，它就逐渐淡化了。
And then the third example is like the embryo as it's covered by the womb.
第三种类型呢，就好像子宫包裹在胎儿包裹在子宫里。
So the embryo is in a helpless condition, cannot move.
这种胎儿呢是非常无助的，它没法动弹。
And we see different coverings of lust being described, just like living entities are placed into the body of a tree. So that is like the embryo in the womb.
所以我们就看到，在树的这种形态当中，就好像就是胎儿被子宫包裹的状态。
So the trees are there. The trees are very low level of consciousness. The trees are also souls, but they're in that tree body. They cannot move. They cannot express themselves.
树的知觉层面是非常低的，它们不能移动，它们无法表达它们自己。
And we see also the animals, different living animals like the dogs, pigs, and so on. They're another kind of level of lust. They're like the dust on the mirror.
还有狗、猪啊这种生命形态，它们是另外一种就是色欲的层面，就好像是尘土在镜子上面。
And then you have the humans, which is like the smoke covering the fire.
人类呢 ，the human is like smoke covering the fire.
Yeah.
人类的心就好像是浓烟避火。
So different degrees of lust. And this lust is what causes a living entity to perform these sinful activities.
这是不同的色欲的层面，是由于色欲呢，导致人们从事罪恶的活动。
It's coming from the mode of passion.
它是源于激情属性。
The more we are attracted to the mode of passion, the more we are influenced by lusty activities.
我们越受激情属性吸引，就会越是从事色欲的活动。
And the more we have lusty activities, then the more prone we are to become angry or greedy.
我们越是从事色欲的活动，我们越会愤怒。
Because lust, you have the desire to get things. You get them, you want more.
因为色欲，一个人就有强烈的欲望，想要获得某件事物，获得之后，他就想要更多的。
One man here, young man I met here in Hong Kong some years ago, he told me he'd just made $1 million.
然后马尔在香港呢，几年前遇见了一个年轻人，就告诉他，我赚了100万。
And he was saying, well, after I made 1 million, I was then anxious to make another million.
我赚了100万之后呢，我想再赚100万。
He wasn't thinking, now I've got $1 million, I'm happy, I'm going to retire, No, he was thinking, I want to make more money.
他没有想，我现在已经赚了100万，我已经很满足、很高兴了，我现在可以退休了。
And then on the other hand, you get people who they're not able, they have a lot of material desires, but somehow they lose everything. Their business fails.
还有另外一种情况，就是当一个人呢，他那个生意非常成功，赚了很多钱，然后之后呢，他生意就是破产了。
So sometimes people, when they lose everything, become angry.
所以当人们失去某件事物，他们就变得愤怒。
You feel cheated, you feel disappointed.
他们就觉得是上当受骗，以失望而告终。
That you worked so hard to get something, but you couldn't succeed.
一个人这么努力的去获得某件事物，但是却没有成功。
The other day, I went with another devotee, Tejas Prabhu. We went to see one couple who are running a vegetarian restaurant here in Hong Kong.
就是应该是前天马尔指和 Tejas Prabhu 就去拜访了一对夫妻，他们呢开了一家素餐厅。
And they told us they said they had vegetarian restaurant for 7 years, and all they did was lose every year.
他们俩呢，然后就说呀，他们开了7年的素餐厅，每一年都亏损。
But somehow they didn't give up. They just kept going.
但是他们仍然没有放弃，还继续开着。
Because they were running vegetarian restaurant, they were more in the mode of goodness. They were not so much passion.
因为他们开的是素餐厅，所以呢就没有那么多的激情属性，他们是在善良属性当中。
But people in the mode of passion, they wouldn't have that kind of determination.
但是激情属性的人就没有这种决心了。
They would give up after a short time.
他们就很快就会放弃。
But people in the mode of goodness, they will have that stronger determination to go on.
但是在善良属性的人呢，就坚定的决心要持续下去。
In the Bhagavad Gita, the example is given about determination. The example is given about the little sparrow who lost her eggs to the ocean.
佛家梵歌就描述了这样一个决心的例子：有一只雀鸟，它把蛋踩在海边，结果蛋却被大海卷走了。
So when the sparrow lost its eggs, it was so upset that she'd lost her eggs. She vowed, "I'm going to drink the ocean dry," and she began to drink the ocean.
这只小鸟呢，因为它失去了它的蛋，所以它特别的受打扰，它就发誓，我要把大海吸干。
And all the other all the other creatures in the sea and the birds and so on, they were all laughing at the little sparrow. How can you drink the ocean dry? You're just a little bird.
其他的海族生物和其他的鸟类同伴呢，都开始嘲笑他，说：“你怎么可能把大海吸干呢？”
But the little bird was determined. No, I'm going to get my eggs back.
但这只小鸟就非常的坚决说：“不，我一定要得回我那些失去的蛋。”
So then news came from that little bird. Somehow news came of this little bird's activities. The news came to Garuda. And when Garuda heard, then Garuda came there.
当这只小鸟的举动传到了 Garuda 的耳朵里的时候 ，Garuda 就来了。
And Garuda is the king of birds. So he spoke to the king of the ocean. He told the ocean, "You give this little bird her eggs back, or else I will drink you dry."
鸟王 Garuda 呢，就对这个海洋的国王说道：“你把这只雀鸟的蛋还给他，不然的话，我就会把你的海水吸干。”
So hearing Garuda and seeing the power of Garuda, then the ocean the ocean became submissive and immediately brought the eggs and gave them back to the little bird.
你看到鸟王，然后看到鸟王的这个决心呢，这个大海呢就把这个蛋呢还给了这只小雀鸟。
So this shows the benefit of coming up to the mode of goodness, to have that fixed, strong determination.
这就彰显了这个善良属性的好处。一个人有这种强烈的、稳定的决心。
But people who are in the mode of passion, they won't have that kind of strong determination. They'll try for a little while, then they'll give up. They'll say, "Oh, it was impossible."
但是激情属性的人呢，他们就没有这种强烈的、坚定的决心。他们尝试一段时间之后就会放弃。
The mode of passion, people were thinking about their own name and fame. They want results. They're very attached to results.
激情属性的人特别依附于自己的名声，他们依附结果。
People in the mode of goodness are more equipoised and peaceful.
在善良属性的人，他们更加平和，保持内心的平静。
They will work, but they're not so much working just for their own sense gratification. They're working for the pleasure of the Supreme.
他们也工作，他们不是为了自己的感官享乐工作，他们为了至尊主而工作。
But influenced by passion, people want to see their own name glorified.
但是，有人被激情所驱动，想要看到自己的名声得到传扬。
So passion, there'll be a beginning and there'll be a quick end.
所以在激情属性当中有一个有开始，但是很快就结束了。
Lord Krishna describes in Bhagavad Gita different kinds of happiness.
圣主 Krishna 在博伽梵歌中描述了不同种类的快乐。
The happiness in the mode of goodness, that will be happiness which is lasting, which is always there.
在善良属性当中，快乐呢，它是持久的，它总在那里。
But happiness in the mode of passion, in the beginning, will be like nectar, and quickly will become poison.
激情属性的快乐呢，一开始像甘露，结果却像毒药。
Happiness in the mode of goodness, in the beginning it's bitter, it's not very pleasant, but gradually it becomes relishable.
在善良属性的快乐呢，一开始是苦涩的，但渐渐的呢，它就变得津津有味了。
And happiness in the mode of ignorance is suffering from beginning to end.
愚昧属性的快乐呢，一开始就是痛苦，结果还是痛苦。
So we're trying to encourage people to come out of the passionate nature and come up to the mode of goodness.
我们鼓励人们摆脱激情属性，来到善良属性当中。
Don't be bewildered, don't be tricked into thinking passion is the enjoyment.
不要受困惑，误以为激情就是享受。
Yeah, there is some enjoyment there, but very short, and it's always followed by misery.
确实，它有一些享受，但是很快呢，就会以痛苦而告终。
Just like a coin, there are two sides to the coin.
就好像一枚硬币，它有两面。
So, with the one side there's happiness, other side is distress. They come together.
硬币的一面呢是享受，但是反面呢就是痛苦，所以他们是苦乐相随的。
The more you get happiness, the more you can expect to suffer distress.
你得到的享乐越多呢，你就可以指望着、期待着你的苦恼、烦恼也越多。
We have to understand there is happiness within. We have to look within.
我们要明白呢，有内在的快乐，我们应该寻找内在的快
We're
乐。
not going to get happiness just simply from this external, from this material world.
我们不能指望着从这个外在的、从这个物质世界去寻求快乐，
But the real happiness is within ourselves.
但真实的快乐就在我们内在。
We have to look within to see the self.
我们要向内看，寻求，去在自我当中寻求快乐。
We give the example about the musk deer, which lives in the Himalayas.
我们可以举在喜马拉雅山路生活的鹿，这个雄鹿从
So this deer has musk, very powerful natural musk, which is growing within the body of the deer.
这个鹿呢，喜马拉雅山的这个鹿呢，它里面有一种腺体，然后腺体里呢，它是有麝香。
So the deer is always, the animal's always wondering, where is that smell coming from?
这个鹿呢，它就很愚蠢，它就总是在寻找这个香味是来自哪里。
It can smell this very powerful, very attractive aroma of the musk. And it's thinking, where is that smell coming from?
这个雄鹿呢，它可以闻到、嗅到呢非常强烈、浓烈的这个麝香的味道，它就纳闷儿，这个香味是来自哪里？
So actually the smell is coming from within. But the deer cannot understand how the aroma is actually within itself.
事实上呢，这个香味就来自于它自己本身的腺体，但是它却并不知道这个香味的出处。
In a similar way, we're all looking for happiness. And we're thinking, well, happiness is here. Happiness is the new car. Happiness is the new wife. Happiness is the new house. We're trying to find happiness in so many ways.
但是我们却从外在寻找快乐。我们想， 快乐在一个新车，快乐出自于一个新的妻子、新的媳妇儿、老婆，快乐出自一栋新的房子。
But the real happiness is not found from all of these things. The real happiness is found within.
但是真实的快乐并不在此，真实的快乐是来自于我们内在。
So the question you will ask me is, how do we look within?
那你们可能会问Maharaj，那我们怎么才能往内看啊？
Our eyes are only made for looking around us, outside of us.
我们这个眼睛长得就是向外看的呀。
Just think if you were in an elephant's body. The elephants, they cannot see behind them.
我们看到那个大象呢，大象它的眼睛是不能看到它背后的。
Elephants can only see in front.
这个大象只能往前看。
Lord Krishna had to fight a big elephant when he went to Mathura.
当主 Krishna 去马图拉呢，他首先要对付一头大象。
But Lord Krishna knew how to trick the elephant. He went behind the elephant.
主 Krishna 知道怎么欺骗这头大象，他来到象的背后。
And this way he tricked the elephant. The elephant could never find where is Krishna.
主 Krishna 就这样欺骗了这头象，那象找不着 Krishna。
So we have eyes. Our eyes are for looking around us, but we have to look within. We have to look within with the eye of knowledge.
同样的呢，我们的眼睛呢，就是长得就只能看四周，但是我们必须要向内看。怎么向内看呢？就是以知识的眼睛。
The eye of knowledge, that can help, that will allow us to actually contemplate, to see the real soul, the self which is there within this body.
以知识的眼睛，以知识的慧眼，就我们以知识的慧眼去看到我们的自我，看到我们真正的真我。
And those people who have realized, who have come to understand the self as the soul, that they're completely satisfied.
而那些真正觉悟了真正的自我的人，他们是完全满足的。
They have no desire. They're not anxious for wealth or fame or followers.
他们是自我满足的，他们不寻求名声、财富、追随者。
What do they want?
那他们想要什么呢？
They simply want knowledge, to want to increase that knowledge more and more.
他们只是想这个知识，增加知识。
And what is that goal of knowledge? Where does knowledge end?
那知识的目标是什么呢？知识的终点是什么？
It ends in surrender to Krishna.
知识的终点就是向 Krishna 臣服。
Bahunam janmanamante gyanavam mam prapadyante vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabhaha. After many births, then one who is actually in knowledge, he will surrender to Krishna.
经过许多世的投生，一个真正处在知识的人，他会向 Krishna 臣服。
But such a soul is very rare.
这样的伟大灵魂是非常罕见的。
We are trying to become rare souls.
我们都在努力的成为罕见的灵魂。
So by this path of knowledge, then we could come to that sort of position, but it takes a long time.
以这条知识的途径，我们能达到这样的地位，但是需要花很长的时间。
And we have a short life. We don't live very long in Kali Yuga.
但是在卡利年代呢，人类的寿命很短暂。
So what is the alternative? Jai Gornitai Ki. The alternative is that we should take up devotional service.
那有什么别的好办法呢？这个其中的一个这个好办法就是我们要开始做奉爱服务。
Anyone who takes up devotional service, then they immediately come to the transcendental platform.
一个从事奉献服务的人，立刻就来到超然的层面。
They overcome all the material energy.
他们可以征服所有的物质能量。
So Lord Krishna is guiding us in the Bhagavad Gita to surrender to Him.
主 Krishna 就通过薄伽梵歌在指导我们如何去臣服他。
He's saying, if you surrender to me, then you can overcome all of this material energy.
Krishna 说，臣服我的人可以克服种种的物质能量。
But if we don't surrender, then we're left under the influence of the modes of nature.
倘若不臣服 Krishna， 那就只能留在物质自然属性的控制之下了。
And you can see how the material nature is carried. For example, Lord Shiva, he has a trident, and he will pierce people with that trident.
那么主 Shiva 呢，他有一个三叉戟，他就用这三叉戟来去攻击那些处在物质自然属性当中的人。
So not only is Lord Shiva got the trident, but everyone in his family has that trident. His family means his wife, Mother Durga, she also carries a trident.
不仅主 Shiva 有三叉戟，同样的，他的妻子多尔嘎母亲也手持着三叉戟。
And Lord Ganesh, he's also carrying the trident.
还有象鼻神，还有 Ganesh， 他也拿着三叉戟。
And Kartikeya, the great general, he also may have a trident.
还有伟大的将领 Kartikeya， 他也有三叉戟。
So like this, they use the trident, they pierce us with the miseries, the material miseries, the sufferings.
他们就用这个三叉戟来，去戳我们，以物质的三种痛苦。
Miseries from the material nature, Adidaivic klesha.
Adidaivic klesha 是来自大自然的痛苦。
And then you have miseries inflicted by other living entities, what is called adibautic.
还有来自其他生物的痛苦叫 adibautic.
And then there are miseries just simply the miseries which are given by the material nature, the miseries of the body and mind.
还有来自于物质的躯体和心意的痛苦，
Adi-atmic.
叫 adi-atmic.
So you have the three different kinds of miseries for all the conditioned souls.
所有受条件限制灵魂呢，都受制于这三种痛苦。
But if you engage in devotional service, then you come to the level of Brahman.
但是倘若从事奉爱服务，就立即到达 Brahman 的层面。
You don't get stuck just teaching one person somewhere up the mountain.
他就不会滞留在这个物质三形态当中。
Of course, we try to get people to come, help us to overcome, to fight Maya. Come and join us, fight Maya.
当然，我们在教育人们加入我们吧，跟我们一起和玛雅假象作战。
But people will say, "Oh, I'll come later. I'm busy now. I have other things to do. Let me come later."
但是他们却说，我迟点再去，我还有别的事要做，晚点加入。
They will say, "Next life."
他们说，我下一世吧，等我下一世。
Next life I will surrender.
我下一世我再臣服。
So the problem is, you don't know where the next life will be. You don't know if you will have the opportunity in the next life.
问题就在于，我们不知道下一世一个人会去哪里，他下一世还有没有这种机会了。
You don't know if you'll get the human body again.
不知道呢，还能不能得到这个人身？
You may come in Hong Kong. You may be one of those fish in the sea there.
也许下一世你来到香港就是海里的一条鱼了。
We see every morning so many people fishing there, trying to catch the fish.
清晨呢，我们看到那海边有很多人去钓鱼。
You might be an unlucky fish. You get caught on the hook.
可能呢，你这样的人下一世呢，就变成特别不幸的其中一条上钩的鱼。
So people pass their days like that. They have no goal in life. They think the goal of life to fish.
所以有的人呢，他觉得整天无所事事，觉得整天的活着呢就是钓鱼。
One lady comes to our temple. She was telling me, she said, my husband, I asked her, is your husband favorable about Krishna consciousness? She said, well, he passes all his time, spare time in fishing.
有一位女士呢，来到香港庙，然后呢，她就跟马尔交流，然后马尔就问她，你的丈夫他是不是就是很顺意的呢？这个女士就说，我丈夫一有空就去钓鱼。
So when he's fishing, he's happy. And then I'm free, I can come to temple.
这个女士说，她觉得她钓鱼就挺快乐。然后这个女士呢，她呢，等她丈夫钓鱼，她就来庙里。
So the husband's getting his karma.
所以这个丈夫呢，他就会因此而招致他的 karma 业报。
And the wife is trying to get free of karma.
而这妻子呢，在努力的摆脱业报。
By trying to take up devotional service.
努力的去从事奉爱服务，摆脱业报。
Okay, any questions?
有没有问题
Yes, you have a question? Yes?
We just heard that story of sparrow.
Story of who?
Sparrow.
Oh, yeah.
So in that story, I want to ask that sparrow was in a mode in a goodness or is a mode of passion?
The sparrow?
Was in a mode of goodness or mode of passion?
这卡布问的问题就是刚才讲到这只小雀鸟，然后吸干大海。那么这小雀鸟到底是在善良形态，属于哪种形态当中？
Well, determination of the sparrow was the mode of goodness.
这只雀鸟的决心是属于善良属性的，
Because it did not give up.
因为它不放弃，
Continued to endeavor, although it was going to be very difficult. The sparrow was very fixed and determined and focused on what it wanted to do.
虽然很困难，但这只雀鸟，它就只要目标专一，它就不放弃。
So the sparrow was not thinking so much of himself. Was thinking of the eggs and the chickens in the egg. He wanted to deliver them.
这只小雀鸟呢，它没有想着自己自私，它想的是这个蛋里头这些小雏鸟。
If the sparrow had been thinking just about his own name and fame, then that's a mode of passion.
如果这只小雀鸟想的是它自己怎么出名的话，那就是激情属性了。
But he was thinking about others.
但是他想的是别人，
So therefore that's a mode of goodness.
因此呢，他是在善良形态。
Any other question?
还有别的问题吗？
Yes?
我想问一下，那我们在做服务的过程中，有时候也不知道自己到底是处于善良形态还是激情形态。
Guru Maharaj, sometimes we don't know whether what mode we are in. Or sometimes we are doing devotional service.
Well, if you read the third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 28, I think it is, you'll read about the modes of devotional service and the modes of nature.
如果你阅读圣典博加瓦坛第3篇第28章，就讲了在不同自然形态当中的奉爱服务。
If you do devotional service in a lazy, dirty mood, that's a mode of ignorance.
如果懒惰的，就是肮脏的去做奉爱服务，那就是属于愚昧形态的奉爱服务。
And if you do devotional service with a desire for name and fame, that's the mode of passion.
如果是怀着要出人头地、出名的这种愿望去做奉爱服务，那是激情的属性。
And if you do devotional service just simply to destroy bad karma from the past and sinful reactions, that is the mode of goodness.
如果怀着想要摧毁以前的过往的生世的业报反应的愿望做奉爱服务，那属于善良形态的奉爱服务。
But if you do devotional service simply for the pleasure of Lord Krishna, then that is pure devotion.
倘若只想为了取悦主 Krishna 去从事奉爱服务，是纯粹的奉爱服务。
We want to come to pure devotional service.
我们希望能够来到纯粹的奉爱服务当中。
Devotional service in the mode of goodness is not the goal, but it's on the way to coming to the goal.
在善良属性的奉爱服务本身并不是目标，而是达到目标的一个阶段。
But we want to ultimately come to that level where we just simply doing service for the pleasure of Lord Krishna.
我们希望达到这个只想为了让 Krishna 快乐的层面。
Yeah, devotional service you may be the pujari, but you may be in the mode of ignorance.
一个人可能他是做 Pujari 的，但可能是在愚昧形态当中。
And you may be leading the kirtan, but you just want to get recognition.
一个人呢，可能在领唱 Kirtan， 那可能只想得到别人的认可。
But the pure devotee, they just want to please Krishna.
纯粹的奉献者的目标就是让 Krishna 高兴。
Yes? Any other question?
还有别的问题吗？
So are you in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance?
那么你们自己是处在善良属性和激情属性，还是愚昧属性呢？
Or are you pure devotee?
还是你们都是纯粹奉献者了呢？
如果是为了企业公务呢
What about to please Guru?
Well, please Guru, follow the instructions.
你要取悦 Guru 呢，就要去遵守 Guru 的训示。
Right? Guru's telling you, chant Hare Krishna.
Guru 跟你是
Guru's telling you, read the books about Krishna, worship Krishna.
Guru 说你唱诵 Hare Krishna， 你读书，你要崇拜 Krishna。
Guru's telling you, work for Krishna.
Guru 在说你要为 Krishna 工作。
You please the Guru when you follow the instructions.
当你要听 Guru 的话，就能让 Guru 高兴了。
You have to have faith in the Guru and in Krishna.
你们要对 Guru 对 Krishna 有信心。
So do you have more faith in Guru or more faith in Krishna?
那你们是对 Guru 更有信心呢，还是对 Krishna 更有信心呢？
Who has more faith in Krishna?
谁对 Krishna 更有信心
You? You? Who has more faith in Guru?
谁对 Guru 更有信心？请举手。
Both wrong. You're all wrong.
你们都错了。
Supposed to have equal faith.
应该是
Equal faith in Guru and Krishna.
应该是对 Guru Krishna 有一样的信心，同样的信心。
Yes? Any other questions?
请问还有问题吗？
我有一个问题就是，学了这个经典以后，就是在应用当中，想请顾给一些提示，就是在应用经典当中呢，就是有一些知识，但是在应用当中，就是像一个积极、一个愚昧、一个这个善良心态，就在应用当中，就是有时候不好去掌握它，应该怎么更好的把它应用在生活当中。
How to apply the knowledge of these three modes of material nature in our practical life?
Well, we have to be able to recognize these modes of material nature.
首先呢，我们要能够辨识物质自然三形态。
You have to recognize when you're being influenced by the mode of passion and ignorance.
当你要是被激情属性和愚昧属性影响的时候，你就要能够有意识到。
When you get angry and start screaming and shouting,
当你开始愤怒、开始尖叫、吼叫的时候，
so this is the mode of passion and ignorance.
这就是激情形态和愚昧形态。
Now you have to understand why we're becoming like this.
然后你就要内省检讨，为什么我会有这种表现呢？
So the anger is coming from the lust.
愤怒是源于色欲，
Because our material desires have not been satisfied.
由于我们的物质愿望没有被满足，
So because our desires were not satisfied, we become angry and we release that anger by shouting and screaming.
因为我们的欲望不满足，我们就开始通过吼叫、尖叫来发泄我们的这种不满。
So we have to learn when these things happen, then we should understand how much we're being influenced by the mode of passion and ignorance.
当有这种情绪发泄出来的时候，我们就要明白、意识到我们是多么的受到激情和愚昧属性的影响了。
So how to overcome it?
那又如何来克服呢？
You have to chant the holy name.
那你要唱诵圣名，
You have to read Prabhupada's books.
你要阅读 Prabhupada 的书籍，
You have to hear the teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
你需要去聆听主柴丹念的教导。
It's important for us to be able to know how to protect ourselves from the material energy.
很重要的一点，就要知道该怎么保护自己，摆脱不受物质自然属性的影响。
We have to hold on to Krishna.
我们就要紧紧地抓住 Krishna，
You have to chant loudly.
大声的、高声的唱诵
Krishna, save me, help me.
Krishna， 救命啊，帮帮我吧！
So, Krishna will hear if you chant.
所以，如果你这样去唱诵 Krishna， 会听到的。
So we have to call out to Krishna, we have to get help, we have to save ourselves from the material energy.
所以我们就要向 Krishna 大声的呼唤，请求 Krishna 把我们从物质保护我们。
That material energy is under the control of Krishna. It is Krishna's energy.
物质能量是在 Krishna 的控制之下， 它是 Krishna 的能量。
So if we surrender to Krishna, then he will release us from the material energy.
如果我们向 Krishna 臣服 ，Krishna 就会把我们释放出去，把我们从物质能量的控制之下
But
释放出去。
if we don't surrender to Krishna, then we're going to get problems from the material energy.
倘若不臣服 Krishna， 就会有在物质能量这方面的麻烦。
We're going to get entangled in this passion and ignorance.
我们就会卷入到激情和愚昧属性。
And the more we're in passion and ignorance, the more we're influenced by lust, anger, and greed.
我们越是卷入激情和愚昧，就会越有愤怒、色欲、贪婪的体现。
So in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells us 3 gates to hell.
就 Krishna 在博伽梵歌说，通向地狱的有3道门。
Lust, anger, and greed. Every sane person should avoid these things.
通向地狱的门3道门是色欲、愤怒、贪婪，每一个智者都应该摆脱。
How to avoid? Call out to Krishna. Chant the holy name. Worship Krishna.
怎样摆脱呢？呼唤 Krishna， 唱诵圣名，崇拜 Krishna。
Krishna will help you.
Krishna 会帮助您，
You'll get relief from the material energy.
您就能从物质能量被释放出去了。
Just like if it's raining, you have an umbrella. Protect yourself from the rain.
就好像在雨天呢，你手持着一把雨伞，就能不被淋湿。
So we protect ourselves by chanting the holy name.
我们是通过唱诵圣名保护自己。
Krishna's like our umbrella, protects us from being touched by the material energy.
Krishna 就好像是伞，一把伞就能保护我们不受物质能量的淋湿。
Yes, any other questions?
那还有没有别的问题？ I have a question.
You have a question?
Just now, you mentioned about the devotional service in the mode of passion and ignorance. So how to get rid of this devotional service in the mode of passion and ignorance? 就刚才Maharaj 讲到激情属性和愚昧属性的奉献服务，我的问题就是怎么摆脱这个激情和愚昧属性的奉献服务？
Well, you have to bring it up to the mode of goodness, and then you have to transcend.
那首先要把自己提升到善良属性，然后再超越善良属性，
You have to cultivate spiritual knowledge.
要培养灵性的知识。
So association, very important. In good association, you can get guidance what you should be doing.
联谊特别重要，在好的联谊中呢，就可以得到指引，就该做什么，不该做什么。
Okay, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki. Gaur Premanande.